According to researchers, we are living through a loneliness crisis. 1 in 4 adults reports feeling completely cut off, disconnected, invisible. But you looked at your phone, saw their name, and made a deliberate choice. Not today. Not anymore. You do not feel lonely. You do not feel lost. You feel, for the first time in years, like you can actually breathe. There was a time when you were the one people depended on. The friend who answered at midnight. The family member who kept the peace. You listened to the same complaints. You gave the same advice. You watched them ignore it and return anyway. Until one day, quietly, something shifted. You did not pick up the phone, and the world did not end. It got quieter. Your nervous system did not decide this overnight. Psychologists have a name for what happened inside you. When you have been drained enough times, your brain does not wait for a decision. It flips a switch. Your brain moves you into shutdown, withdrawal. While conservation of energy, not because something is broken in you, because your nervous system is doing its job. But the deeper question is this: where did your nervous system first learn that people were a threat? Maybe you grew up reading The Room before you could read words, learning that love and unpredictability were sold together as a single package. That is not a flaw. That is a blueprint your younger self drew under pressure in order to survive. But here is where it becomes complicated. There is a real difference between protecting yourself and constructing walls so high that no one can reach you. Prolonged isolation increases your risk of heart disease by 29%. Your body keeps a record of loneliness the same way it keeps a record of everything else. But being surrounded by the wrong people carries its own cost. A nervous system that never rests because it never feels safe. Walls are indiscriminate. They block everyone, the harmful, the uncertain, and the genuinely good. Boundaries are different. They are built from self-knowledge. If you removed someone from your life and felt relief, that is not cruelty. That is data. That is protection working exactly as intended. You do not do it randomly. You do it because you have become extraordinarily precise at recognizing patterns. The person who only calls when they need something, you spotted that by week 2. You saw the cycle before it completed itself. Your brain did not become paranoid. It became efficient. You are processing social information at a resolution most people never reach. That ability to sense when something is wrong before anyone else does, that is not damage. That is thousands of hours of data refined into an early warning system. Society has words for people like you: isolated, withdrawn, closed off. But those words carry an assumption that something is missing from you. There is a better word: solitude. Loneliness is the absence of connection you want. Solitude is the presence of peace you actively chose. Your phone is still. And that stillness does not feel like rejection. It feels like relief. You are not running away. You are moving toward something, toward clarity, toward a version of yourself that does not only exist in reaction to other people. That is not isolation. That is sanctuary. If you are watching this wondering whether something is wrong with you, hear this clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not cold. You are not heartless. You are someone who learned the hard way that not everyone deserves access to your energy. Instead of letting that lesson make you bitter, you made a different choice. You chose peace. You chose to build a life that feels steady instead of chaotic. That is not weakness. That is one of the quietly strongest things a person can do. Harvard's longest study on happiness found one thing. It is not the number of people in your life. It is the quality of the ones who remain. If your circle is small, but those inside it actually see you, you are not doing it wrong. You are doing it right. If this felt like something you have been waiting to hear, leave a comment. Tell me, do you choose silence to protect your peace? Or are you still finding the line? I read every one.